So's at a slow.
Greetings, sheeple of Shibuya. I got a red hot video for you. This is Reaper Rewards. It's my version of the Game Awards. Yeah, I've been unmotivated lately, but do me a solid and pretend that this takes place at the end of December of last year. Cool? Awesome. That's why you guys are the best. So yeah, this will be a once a year, end of the year recap for games and my channel as a whole, or even me personally. So let's get the rules out of the way first. There are gonna be 13 awards that I give out. See what I did there? One that can only be given once a year. That's the game of the current year, and this year being 2021. Now here's the tricky part. The rest of the rewards will be pitted against each other as a battle of Reaper's Past versus Reaper's Present, or whatever. I'll explain it all in due time, so hang in there. So after the game of the current year, we'll have 6 more awards. That being Game of the Year even. That's a little funny thing that me and Girl do. But this will be... Okay, I'm slow, alright? So, Game of the Year even it's my favorite game that I played for the first time this year. So like, for example, Dead by Daylight has been out for a while, but I played it for the first time this year, so that could be in the list. You know what I'm saying? And that concept will carry over through the rest of the awards on this list. So next is the best narrative, my favorite story that I played this year. Best multiplayer game, this is any game I can play with friends that I started playing this year. And finally, ending with a few personal categories. My favorite anime I watched this year, my favorite video that I created this year, not to be confused with my favorite dub because that's the final category. My favorite dub that I posted this year. So there's your first 7 awards. There's also legacy picks, but I've been talking about rules too much, so let's get into some of the awards, shall we? Alright, so first up we have Game of the Year 2021. And the nominees are... Come on, let's be honest. It's obviously Neo: The World Ends With You. Honestly, I don't think I really played any new games that came out this year. Oh, there was Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, but we'll get to that in a second. So, Rindo, good job. You're practically uncontested, but you definitely deserve it. This game is super good. The story is great, and the gameplay is even better. I actually didn't mind grinding in this game a little bit, and I'm probably gonna like 100% this. I think I'm actually pretty close, but the gameplay is amazing. But I'm always gonna stand by The World Ends With You anything, so that's a given. Next we'll go to Best Narrative. The nominees are Neo: The World Ends With You, Persona 5 Royal, Marvel's The Avengers, Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. And the winner is Persona 5 Royal. Honestly, I still haven't beat this game, but the story is really good. I wanted to make sure that I beat Rindo in the year that it came out, so I leaned hard into that. And there was also some other complications why I couldn't finish Royal, but the story up to where I am is just uncontested. One of the best stories I've ever encountered. Marvel Avengers, honestly, it's mainly a multiplayer game, but I just recently started playing it, but I needed another slot to put in, so I had 4 nominees, let's be honest. Neo, obviously, is put in here because the story is good, but it is not as good as Royal or the original The World Ends With You, in my opinion. I really like dark stories, and the original and Royal are very dark. Neo's story got a little dark, but not as dark as those two hit, and that's what kind of turns it off for me, I guess. Monkey Ball, I said I would get back to it, right? So, being Tarot 13, I obviously want 13 awards, but I have 2 hidden awards throughout this list, and one is Most Disappointing Game of the Year. And Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, you've gotten that secret award. Why do I dislike this game so much? It had its marketing, like talking about the extra characters that you can get. You can have the Yakuza guy, you can get Beat from Jet Grind Radio, which is one of my favorite games. And then the game that won this category, Persona 5 Royal, you can play as Morgana in Monkey Ball. And I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, there's also a freaking Lost to Time Monster Rancher character that you can buy. So I was like, yeah. The girl's brother was over for the holidays, and I was like, I'm gonna get Monkey Ball so we can all play it, but I'm going to show off a little bit, and I'm gonna play with them as Morgana, because why wouldn't I? I buy Morgana, I buy the game, and then it comes to tell me that you can't play as the DLC characters that you bought, or even the ones that you can unlock, like Sonic and Beat. Those can only be played in the measly story, which isn't even a story. Yeah, I don't want to play Monkey Ball for the story, I want to play it with my friends. It's my multiplayer game. And this just rubbed me the wrong way because I was very excited for something that wasn't made apparent. Maybe I didn't follow the game trailers and stuff heavy enough, but I mean, if you are out there marketing all these DLC characters, I don't know why you can't put them in the multiplayer modes. Like, it shouldn't be that hard, they're already in the game. Like, what's stopping you? So yeah, that game pissed me off, so good job, you got the most disappointing game of the year. Next, we'll roll right into... we'll roll right into the multiplayer games. Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, Guilty Gear Strive, Marvel's Avengers, Pokemon Unite, and Dead by Daylight. This is why I didn't have that many in the story categories or the game of the year category, because I played a lot of multiplayer games and they weren't all new. Oh, I should have put Guilty Gear Strive up there. Anyways, the award goes to... Surprise! Here's another surprise award for most surprising game, and it also wins my multiplayer game of the year. It really hurts to say this, but it is Fortnite. I know. I've been a huge advocate against that game forever, but playing with the Discord boys, it's been pretty fun, honestly. Just don't hate me, okay? Please stay for the rest of the video. There's no more talk about that game. I made a video a long time ago explaining how this came to be, so definitely look forward to that, and don't unsubscribe or whatever, because it's really misunderstood, and if a huge advocate against the game can love it as much as I do, maybe it's worth your time. And it's free, and you can play with me, and I can show you why it's fun. So yeah, just don't leave yet, alright? Because there's a lot more awards to be had. Because now we're getting into the more personal ones, starting with my favorite anime that I watched this year. And the nominees are Demon Slayer, Asterisk War, Darling in the Franxx, and Durarara. Durarara? I don't know how it's actually supposed to be said, but... And the winner is Darling in the Franxx. Demon Slayer is really good, and so is Durarara. I don't know. I feel like an idiot saying that. But that game almost made it into my top 5. Asterisk War was research for my Zero Game dub, because I wanted to watch shows that had to do with being trapped inside of a game. And originally I thought Asterisk War was a video game show, but apparently it's not. But I stayed for the first season, and it's pretty dang good. But Darling in the Franxx won this out because, honestly, Zero 2 is freaking hot as hell. But I got a new waifu out of it, which is Ichigo. Not that Ichigo. She has a much cuter short blue-haired girl that's specifically my anime type. And she's adorable. This show was in my top 5 after I watched it, but then I thought about the ending, and it's a little lackluster, but it's still a great show and worth everyone's time. And I mean, to look at Zero Two and Ichigo is reason enough. I honestly watched it because I was seeing pictures of Zero Two everywhere, and I was like, could this be my new anime waifu? And I ended up getting a different one, but Zero Two is still, I think, the hottest character in anime ever. Her personality just doesn't really fit with me very much. So yeah, on to awards for my channel. My favorite video that I made this year. The nominees are Who is the Best Spider-Man? Episode 0, Zero Game. Final Neku Stream. And Dream Daddy Tier List. And the award goes to Episode 0, Zero Game. There's a lot of backstory to this thing, but I worked really hard on it, and it took quite a while. And I'm honestly really proud of how it came out. This has been a project in the works for a long time. There was a different leader of the group that kind of gave up on the project, but I ended up really liking it, and I asked her for ownership, like a year after it has been dead. And so I'm really proud that I got to get at least one episode out. I really hope that we get more out, but it's hard to cooperate with the voice actors and stuff, and I'm definitely not a good leader. But hopefully we'll see more of Zero Game because I really love that project and I don't want it to die under my watch. So the time, effort, the collaboration of other voice actors, and just my chance to be creative just is really fun to play around with. And finally, we have my favorite dub I came up with this year. And the nominees are Blood Lad, Heart Constriction Zip, Masaomi Kita, King Kai, and Overlord dub. And the award goes to Blood Lad, Heart Constriction Zip! Honestly, this one can't really be beat. I honestly watched this to make myself smile. I think it's really funny. The contrast in the three voices I think is really good. I love this one because I think it was the first dub I really neutered myself. I don't know if that's the correct term, but it's what I call taking a scene and then stripping it all the way down and then filling it back up with just the sound effects. I had to find the sound effects all by myself, and I thought that was really freaking cool. The other ones that I did before, they weren't hard to find the sound effects or whatever. This one had a lot of sound to it, and I found it, and I think it sounds pretty damn perfect. And I have a bunch of Easter eggs in there, because Staz, the main character, is voiced by Bryce Papenbrook, who also voices Kirito. So I actually have a sound from Kirito in there, or from Sword Art Online in there. I have a Sharingan sound effect. I have a Dragon Ball Z sound effect. I just think that's really freaking cool that I created that from the ground up. The voices, the sounds, everything. So, and then the end guy's like, "Wow, you did really good, boss." I can't think of it right now, but that's my favorite. And then they do a sad high five in the anime, and I recreated that just by slapping my hands together. I don't know why, but I think that's hilarious, and I'm almost in tears every time I watch it. So I'm really proud of it. Another very, very close one is King Kai. I grabbed all those sound effects as well. Like when they set the tea on the saucer, I found a teacup that looked exactly like that and put it on a saucer for that sound effect. When he's writing on the paper, in the actual clip, there's no sound there. You can't hear his pen on paper. But I added that in, I grabbed myself a notepad, and I just scribbled on it. I think I still have that somewhere because I don't know why, I'm just really proud that I scribbled on a piece of paper to make sound effects for a dub, and it's pretty damn close. And then I found an Instagram friend to do the voice of Dizzy, and they have like a strange accent, but Dizzy is, for lack of a better term, if you haven't played the games, she's an alien. She's not from this planet, so I think that her having that accent is really cool, honestly. And me being the father and the son has very distinct tones, and I've never done a voice that peppy before, and I actually really like it. So King Kai was very close, but Bloodlad, just the sad clap and the derpy henchmen just take the cake on this one. And for a special bonus, my favorite thumbnail, because I love my thumbnails that I make, some of them are super good and some of them are just blah. You can show the ones that I tried harder on. My favorite thumbnail is from Run Fast and Haul Ass. The World Ends With You voiced week 2, day 3. I don't know why, but I just love that thumbnail. That's when Pyra and Mithra just came out, so I had to add a little bit of that. And just Joshua driving the ass truck, I think it's just hilarious. I actually want to do a tier list of my thumbnails because I think some of them are really freaking good. But that's for another time. Now it's time to discuss the Legacy Awards. Hey, this video is getting way too long, so I guess I'm gonna cut it into 2 parts. So, next time on Tarot 13, the Legacy Picks.